Close your eyes. If you haven't already, put your feet firmly on the floor and just simply take a nice deep breath in through your nose. We're just calling ourselves back into our heart before we begin our lesson. Just gathering all the pieces of us that have already scattered themselves throughout our day, that are already thrown anxiously into the future, figuring out how the heck we're going to do everything on our list. But none of that matters right now. What matters is we pull all of those pieces of ourselves into our bodies, noticing our breath, feeling the support of the earth under our feet. And if you need to, squeeze your hands, press them on your thighs. Sometimes that act of feedback somatically helps us get into our bodies. Okay, welcome to another Meditation Monday. Today we are going to be focusing on something that I absolutely love and helps me so much. And we're going to be talking about signals. Today's mantra is my intention is to be the most potent signal. Let me try that again. My intention is to be the most potent signal within me, around me, and for me. So this songwriter, David Teems, he has a quote that says, "May all that has been reduced to noise in you become music again." And we know that music is organized sound, right? Well, noise is random. And finding that harmony within ourselves requires tuning out the noise. Hey there, Jill. Welcome. So the goal, obviously, is to quiet all the noise within us. Let's see, I think we have somebody else trying to come in, so hold on. All right. So let's start that again. We were talking about being the most important signal for ourselves. And we were talking about music being organized sound and noise is random. And our goal today is to explore that space and how we can realign with harmony within ourselves and turn down that noise and be the most potent signal for ourselves. And welcome, Cherie. Okay, you know what? I think I'm just going to start all over for everybody because I know we're trickling in. Okay, welcome everybody. If you look in the chat box, I put the mantra in there for you. And I'm so delighted that each of you are here to share sacred space and to practice our intention today. So we may have a gloriously aligned week. All right, if you haven't already, put your feet firmly on the floor, taking a nice deep breath in, calling yourself back into your heart, and just settle in as I walk us through this morning's intention. Okay, so our intention is to be the most potent signal within me, around me, and for me. And I have this wonderful quote. It's may all that has been reduced to noise in you become music again. And that's from David Teems. He's a songwriter for Christian music. And we know that music is organized sound, while noise is random chaos. And our goal is to find that harmony within ourselves. And that requires us tuning out or turning down the noise. So I want to read to you the definition of signal so we can get really clear. Signal as a noun is a gesture, action, or sound that is used to convey information or instructions. And it's also an electrical impulse or a radio wave that is transmitted out and received. As a verb, it means transmitting information or instructions by means of a gesture, action, or sound. And we know that we transmit, we are energy, and energy is exchanging, and we are receiving and emitting it out, right? Within every action, every choice, every breath. So when we are drowning in noise, we can't be a clear signal for ourselves or others. And there's something, I'm sure you guys have heard it before, it's called the signal to noise ratio, the SNR, which is obviously a measurement of our signal's power. And we're going to dive deeper in that today. In order to activate our spiritual building blocks, we need clarity, right? So we need to really hone in that SNR. So we have to ask ourselves, what is the most important desire for me to focus on today? What is my intention? And in this meditation, we're not going to focus on 5 different points because that would dilute, right, our focus. That would make our signal an act of chaos, which is what we're trying to avoid. So the spiritual masters and the gurus, they figured this out. The most potent and powerful industry leaders, they've got their tiny little list of no more than 3 focus points for them because they understand that their SNR has to be locked in. They've got to be clear in order to be leaders that are trusted and that are received um, with potency. So last week we explored silence and we understood what that felt like and what that delicious potential within that stillness is all about. And now we're going to expand that concept by being the loudest, most potent signal for ourselves. So, what is that? For me, that is embodying my God self or my infinite self. Basically, aligning my little I with the big I of all there isness. And you may have a different signal that's going to guide you today. But nevertheless, whatever you choose may be the most potent signal for you to focus on, not your partner's sour mood or your boss's anxious text email strand or your kid's D in biology. And I'm not saying those things don't matter. They do. They absolutely influence us, but they can't matter more than your intention. Your SNR has to be the most powerful thing within you. So let's practice being the strongest, most powerful, most moving and enthralling, the most beautiful and delicious, satisfying and engaging signal for ourselves in these next 10 minutes. All right, are you ready? All right, I'm going to go ahead and set the timer for us and begin our meditation. Okay, as 10 minutes begins, may I be the most potent signal within me, around me, and for me. Take a nice deep breath in and relax your shoulders. Allow them to just melt down the sides of your torso. Notice if your pelvis is tilted slightly forward, your spine and neck and their natural curves, feeling a slight pull up as you elongate and make space in between each of your vertebrae. Allow all the ambient sound around you to simply melt into this practice and just become part of your experience. Know that you're being held in sacred space. that we have called our spirit squad. We are here being nourished by God source energy. The masters and non-physical entities are gathered here, sharing our mantra, celebrating our intention today, which is to be the most potent signal within ourselves. May it be the most potent signal within me, around me, and for me. Now let's move our focus to our heart center. Pulling each breath deep into the center of our heart, unlocking this beautiful energy source and allowing it to expand. With each heartbeat, allowing that energy to move beyond your torso, out past your body, and fully encompassing yourself. Feeling that peace and tranquility move out into your space. And imagine sitting in the center of your very own heart. What is your signal? Is it to be aligned with Source? Is it to be one with nature? To embody peace? And if you are not sure, then let's take one step back and imagine at the top of your chest that there is a dashboard and that there is a knob that says noise. Notice, what level is that knob for you? Is it at 80%, 50%? Now I'd like you to use your imagination to turn that knob down, maybe 10%, 2%. Are you ready and courageous enough for it to be 0? Turn that knob down to what feels comfortable to you. Allow yourself to be still, knowing you are held in sacred space, that you are safe. Allow your breath to anchor you into this moment, and at any time, if you feel that you're slipping away, the beauty and power of meditation is the practice is to come back. Simply come back. May I be the most potent signal within me, around me, and for me. Allow your body to offer you feedback. Notice if you feel any tension in your legs. Simply relax. Take another deep breath in, pulling that breath down into your stomach area, and relax. Again, let's fill our lungs, expanding them to capacity. Imagine drawing that breath down to your root chakra. allowing that breath to clear out any old stuck energy and relax. You may feel your hips melting, your knees falling open, and your shoulders dropping even further. Relax. May I be the most potent signal within me, around me, and for me. And for these last 3 minutes, I will leave you in silence, and the return of my voice will call you back. In the meantime, allow all this beautiful source energy to pour into you and fill you up. I invite you to return back to your physical awareness, back into your body. Begin to wiggle your toes, squeeze your fingers into your thighs. But before you open your eyes, I'd like you to move your awareness to the top of your crown. Notice that point at the very top of your head, feeling that cord that connects you straight to the sun. And feel that extra burst of energy, that source and all our non-physical beings have been here and they're pouring into us. They're helping to ease all the upgrades that we've been having. So as they finish up their light work, just notice and appreciate the gifts that they're offering today. And use your breath to pull all of those new light codes into your body, into your heart, activating the frequency of appreciation and gratitude for those gifts, and activate that gratitude for yourself for taking the time to be here, for expanding your light, for taking accountability to be the brightest, most potent signal for yourself. And in doing so, you are a steward for the world and for our universe. So begin to flutter your eyes open, maybe wiggle your shoulders, shake those hands, and come back into this world. I'd like to share the reason why, well, obviously it's following directions when I meditate the night before to get the mantra for today. But I remember having a moment earlier yesterday where I didn't like the way certain people were talking. I was like, gosh, they're just pointing out all the negative. Why can't they say something positive for once? Like, this is totally bumming me out. And then um, I ran into some neighbors, and uh, they were also doing something that I was just like, what is going on? And I was allowing myself to be really pulled out of my satisfied and steady alignment, and found myself getting really, really upset. And then the kicker was getting on the news, and my friend had sent me something about the atrocities happening in Tanzania right now. And I was overcome with worry and fear for my family out there and friends out there. Um, and I realized had completely slipped. My signal was a mess. And I realized that, okay, I'm now sending the people that I love worry. And through marinating over the ways somebody is talking or sharing their experience and perspective, um, I am in a state of resistance, and I'm not taking accountable for my personal power. I have an effort just basically handed it to them and decided that they need to change their behavior in order to make me feel better versus being accountable for choosing how I wanted to feel and being that potent signal for myself. And I'm curious to know, are you guys noticing any of that in your life? Are you having these moments more or less often? Am I the only one out there that gets overtaken? Oh, goodness. Well, I hope this meditation helps you throughout your week. Come back to, at any point of the day, the mantra of being the most potent for signal for yourself within you, within your heart, around your subtle body space, and around your physical environment, right? Doing it not only for yourself, but you end up becoming a model to your community and to the world. But you're doing it for yourself to empower yourself. Well, I hope this has been helpful. I'm sending you guys so much love. I look forward to this. I jump out of bed and know that I'm going to be able to share sacred space with each of you, and it is a delight. And for those of you that catch the recording, you are still in sacred space and activating that potent vibration. We are creating music together and cutting the noise. So until we meet again, I'm sending you guys ease and grace. I'll see you on the other side.